Have you ever stared at a packet of seeds, just full of hope, thinking this is it, this time they'll grow?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then nothing. Just dirt. Weeks later, still dirt.
Exactly. Or like you buy some really nice bread, think you'll keep it fresh, and boom, it's stale the next day.
Happens all the time. It's frustrating.
It really is. And it makes you think the secret isn't always some super complex skill, is it?
No. Often it's just simple details. Things we overlook, but they make all the difference between success and, well, disappointment.
Well, welcome to another deep dive, everyone. Today we're kind of cracking open some really fascinating notes from a gardener, specifically part 648 of their series. And the title is pretty great. The Secret to Seed Storage. It's all in the packaging.
Love that title. Gets right to the point.
It does. We're looking at excerpts from their bigger work, Effective Seed Storage and Germination. And honestly, there are insights here that go way beyond just gardening.
Definitely seems like it.
So our mission today is pretty clear. We want to pull out the real secrets from these notes.
The practical stuff.
Exactly. Those crucial, sometimes surprising things that turn failing seeds into healthy plants. We're aiming to give you a shortcut, really, to understanding seed viability.
Focusing on the small stuff like packaging, but also the bigger picture like environmental factors.
You got it. How packaging makes a huge difference and what external things can boost germination. We want you walking away with tips you can actually use.
And what's great here is the context. The author, Ang, isn't just theorizing.
Right.
They're actually testing seeds from different local vendors for a real project. So we're getting, real-world feedback.
Boots on the ground insights?
Pretty much. What works, what doesn't, and why it matters for what Ang calls long-term viability.
Ah, that phrase again. Long-term viability, that's key, isn't it? Not just if it sprouts now, but if it can sprout later.
Precisely. It's about potential endurance. We're seeing their learning process unfold.
Okay, let's unpack this then, starting with Ang's first observation. They highlight one vendor's packaging, calling it probably the best I've seen from a small vendor.
That's high praise, especially coming from someone actively comparing different sources.
It is. So when you hear that, what signals stellar packaging to you? What makes it stand out from just, okay packaging?
Well, for a small vendor especially, it often boils down to two main things: clarity and series protection.
Okay, clarity first.
Yeah, like a clear label.
Yeah.
All the info you need, variety, instructions, date maybe. Basic, but crucial.
Right.
But the protection part, that's where you often see the biggest difference. A simple paper envelope, it just doesn't cut it for long-term storage.
Biodegradable, but not protective enough.
Exactly. You need something that acts like a fortress against the outside world.
And Ang notes this packaging had that. Clear label, yes, but also a double layer of protection, including, specifically, an aluminum foil bag.
Ah, the foil bag. Okay, now we're talking serious protection.
So why? What's the science? Why is aluminum foil so good for keeping seeds viable?
Okay, so the foil bag is like the unsung hero here. It's not just about looks. It creates this amazing airtight and light-proof seal.
A fortress, like you said.
Yeah, against four main enemies of seeds. First, moisture. Any dampness can trigger germination too early, or worse, mold. Foil blocks moisture really well.
Makes sense. Enemy number one, moisture. What's next?
Second, light. Light degrades the seed's energy stores. Think of it like bleaching its vitality away. Foil is totally opaque, blocks all light.
Okay, moisture, light. What else?
Third, pests. Tiny insects, mold spores. They can get through paper or thin plastic. A sealed foil bag, much, much harder to breach.
Right, physical barrier.
And the last one. And fourth, oxygen. This was often overlooked. Oxygen causes oxidation, breaking down the seed's insides, shortening its life. Just like food going bad.
Wow, so moisture, light, pests, oxygen, foil tackles all four.
Pretty much. And blocking those is absolutely essential for that long-term viability we talked about. Without that kind of protection, even the best seeds degrade fast.
It's like putting treasure in a vault versus leaving it out in the rain, isn't it?
Exactly that. The principles really apply everywhere. Think about how you store coffee beans.
Airtight container, keep them fresh.
Right. Or snacks in opaque bags.
To stop them going stale from light or air. Yeah, it's the same idea. Protecting things from the elements is key to their lifespan.
Definitely. Whether it's a seed, potato chips, important papers.
But I wonder, is there ever a point where it's too much protection? Or could perfect packaging still fail if the seed itself wasn't great to begin with?
That's a really good question. Because, yeah, packaging preserves what's there, but it can't create quality.
So the seed's own genetics matter.
Absolutely. If the parent plant was weak, or the seed wasn't harvested right, The best foil bag in the world can only do so much. It preserves potential, it doesn't invent it,
Okay.
and too much protection isn't really the issue during storage. It's more about what happens after you open it. That airtight seal is broken, the clock ticks faster.
Ah, so then you need the right conditions for germination, not storage.
Exactly. Different needs. Preservation first, then activation.
Hmm.
It's a sequence.
Got it. So great packaging is the foundation. Critical start. But the real proof is in the pudding, right? Do the seeds actually grow?
That's the moment of truth for any gardener.
And Ang reports promising results, says the seeds have been germinating quite well. That must feel good after checking all the packaging details.
Oh, definitely. It's validating.
And Ang even notes excitedly that some seeds sprouted on the very next day. The very next day. What does that speed tell us?
That speed is a fantastic sign. Sprouting literally the next day. That points to really high-quality seeds.
Okay.
Seeds that are not only viable, but vigorous. They've been stored perfectly, and they hit optimal conditions right away.
Like an engine firing up instantly.
Exactly. It suggests the genetics are strong, the energy reserves are full, and the environment moisture temperature was spot on from the get-go.
So if they take longer, like a week, still okay maybe, but not quite as robust.
Potentially. It could mean slightly lower quality, maybe less ideal storage, or the germination conditions were just good, not perfect. Still viable, perhaps, but that immediate sprouting is a huge confidence booster.
Yeah, I bet. Means you're on the right track immediately.
Right. And it shortens the time the seedling is vulnerable to problems like damping off or pests. Quick establishment is good.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The seed was just ready and waiting. Now, this is where Ang's notes get really interesting for me. It moves beyond just what we control, like packaging or indoor conditions. Ang mentions the timing. With the monsoon season having started, we're expecting more rainy days. This isn't just small talk about the weather.
It sounds like it's strategic, using the season.
Exactly. How does something like the monsoon become a powerful ally for germinating seeds outdoors?
This is all about environmental synergy.
Yeah.
Working with nature, not against it.
Synergy, okay.
The monsoon basically creates an ideal natural nursery. Think about it. First, you get high humidity consistently.
Which softens the seed coat, right?
Yeah. Precisely. Softens the coat, provides the moisture needed to kickstart growth processes inside the seed. Essential.
Okay, so humidity is key. What else does the monsoon bring?
Second, good airflow. Monsoon weather often involves breezes, not just stagnant, damp air.
And that prevents mold.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
In high humidity, still air is a recipe for fungal disaster for tiny seedlings. Airflow keeps things healthier.
Right. Humidity, airflow, anything else.
And third, sunlight. Even with clouds, you get periods of sun. That's crucial for photosynthesis once the seedling actually pops up.
So it's this combination, moisture, airflow, light, all naturally provided.
Yes. It's a perfect example of optimizing natural conditions, trying to replicate that perfect balance artificially. It can be tough and expensive.
So leveraging the monsoon is just smart gardening, efficient.
Very much so. Understanding your local climate and its patterns can be a huge advantage.
It really shifts the perspective from controlling everything to observing and aligning with nature.
That's a big part of successful sustainable gardening, I think.
But Ang's notes don't stop just at the seeds. We get a little glimpse, kind of behind the curtain.
Oh, what else is going on?
Well, Ang mentions a personal project, having already decided on the best approach for my plant rack.
The infrastructure. Planning ahead.
Yeah, it shows it's not just about that initial sprout, is it? It's about the whole journey for the plant.
Definitely. Germination is just the first step. You need somewhere for them to grow.
And Ang adds a very relatable detail, hoping to start building it during the upcoming long holiday, assuming I feel healthy and motivated enough to proceed.
Yes, the classic, if I feel up to it. We've all been there with big projects.
Haven't we just? Even with the best plans, you need the energy and the motivation.
Absolutely. And while it seems like a side note, it kind of highlights the continuous nature of gardening.
How so?
Well, it shows it's a cycle. You prepare meticulously for one stage, like seed storage and germination, but you're also always planning and working on the next stage, the support system, the environment for growth.
From the tiny seed in its foil bag to a full plant on a rack.
Exactly. It connects the dots. It's meticulous prep, but also ongoing projects. And that mention of health and motivation, it just grounds it in reality.
Yeah, it makes it human.
Right. Success isn't just about strategy. It's also about personal well-being and commitment to see things through. It's holistic.
That's a great way to put it. Okay, so let's try and summarize what we've learned for everyone listening. We've dug into Eng's notes.
Yeah, and pulled out some key things.
Definitely. First, that packaging really, really matters. Specifically, things like airtight, double-layered foil bags. They're like a fortress.
Yeah, protecting against those four horsemen: moisture, light, pests, and oxygen. Crucial for long-term viability.
Then we saw that quick sprouting like the very next day. That's a super strong sign of healthy, well-stored, vigorous seeds.
The great indicator that things are starting off right.
And finally, the power of working with nature. Leveraging something like the monsoon season for its natural humidity, airflow, and light for outdoor germination.
Using environmental synergy instead of fighting against the elements. Smart and efficient,
So lots of practical takeaways there.
for sure. And it leaves me with a kind of provocative thought, actually.
Yeah. Go on.
Well, if something as seemingly simple as the right packaging makes such a huge difference for a tiny seed affecting its entire potential, its long-term viability, what does that suggest about other areas of our lives? What about your projects, your goals, maybe even relationships? Are there core components that need better storage, better protection?
Like what crucial details might we be overlooking? Details that could unlock their potential, their viability down the line.
Exactly. What simple changes in how we protect or nurture the seed of an idea or a plan could make all the difference?
That's definitely something to think about, protecting the core to ensure future growth.
Something to ponder anyway. Until our next deep dive.